Hello friends, my name is Alexander Stockman, and in this video tutorial I decided to talk about directional walk animations. What do I mean by directional walk animations? It's of course walk backwards, it's already done here. Walk backwards, walk left, walk right, walk on 45 degrees of course, and stuff like that. Let's assume that you have walk forward, and let me just show you the possibilities of this walk forward animation. It's designed to speed 1 and 8 meters per second, and foot doesn't slide, or if they are slide, it's very small sliding. Okay, let's start. Okay, first we probably should talk about walk animation itself. My walk animation is handmade, as you can understand, and it's done just by mirroring this first frame. Okay, let me just show you that first frame and frame 30 is the same, and frame 15 is mirrored copy of this of first frame. So if we just go to the first frame 15, we can see that it just mirrored, and rest, like frames between 5 and 10, they are just logical continuation of this transitions, and frame 5 is frame 20 is the mirror of frame 5, and frame 25 is the mirror of frame 10. They are the same. This walk cycle itself is a bit randomized. I just added some random rotations to the pelvis, to this upper body, spine 0,3 I suppose, and 0,1, to just make it a bit more realistic. And we're gonna work with this walk cycle. Rig that I'm using in here, it's AutoRig Pro add-on, but my tutorial is universal. You can use it. You can use tips from this tutorial with any rig, but of course I will show you them with AutoRig Pro. Why I'm using this add-on? Well, it just allows me to export animations that I do with this add-on into different game engines like Unity, Unreal Engine, and stuff like that. Especially here I'm working with the animations for the Unreal Engine, and as you can see there is mannequin and the basic pose in here. And let me say a few words about the layout here. This is dope sheet. If you don't have it inside of the animation tab in here, you can open animation tab from here. Then you can go inside of this and the dope sheet, and inside of the dope sheet you should go to the action editor. You need action editor, and then you create actions right here. I already have this. So okay, let's start from making walk backwards animation, because it's very simple to make. Let me just duplicate it and name it walk backwards new. I already have walk backwards, so I just will show you this, but I will not polish it or something like that. So let's add root motion to see how first let me show you how walk backwards should look like. Well, this is walk forwards, right? And this is walk backwards. So all we need to do is to inverse the animation flow into the opposite direction, right? And this is entirely everything that we need to do. Of course you can polish it by add some rotations in here, but I will not show you this in this tutorial. We will just mirror it. So it doesn't matter in which direction our flow is going, in forward or in backward, or first frame and 15 frame, they are always the same. What we need to change is this frames between, and we need to change their order basically. So these first two frames should go here, and these two frames should go here. Let's just temporarily move these first frames. You can just select all the row in here by pressing Alt and right mouse button in here, and it just selects everything. And you just press G, Alt Shift, and select two rows. Just move them here. And now let's move this 20 to 10 and 25 to 5. And if we play it, and as you can see, it just walks backward. And same we need to do here. We just last one goes first, and this one goes here next, and it just walks backward. And we even can check it, is it actually walk backwards or not, by pressing here -1 and 8 meters rot motion, and we actually walking backwards. That's it. This is the entire walk backwards. Let's talk about walk left. Okay, let's start from walk right. You can start from walk left, but I do not recommend you. I recommend you first making walk right animation. Just wait a second. So we're gonna make walk right first, and only then we will make walk left. So walk R, and let's make first walk right 19. I will show you how to make walk right walk right 45. I will show you how to make walk right 45, but a bit later. There are nothing complicated, but let's start from the walk right 19. First of all, we need to just a bit clean this animation, because we probably don't want this, because we gonna rotate our middle in here, and we don't want that as well. We're gonna rotate all these bones, so if they kinda, first we need to clean this between. We need only first 15 and 13, but do not touch that on the legs, because we're gonna mirror them by itself. Right now we actually ready to go, but we need to watch this a bit. RZ, where is it? Individual origins, median point, RZ 19. Let's try to rotate it. Okay, let's add rot motion. I think to add rot motion we need to go here and X 1 and 8 meters right. This is the right direction, so there we go. And RZ 19, RZ, and you just select IK bones for the legs, rotate on Z axis -19. That's all. Yeah, you will say this is bad, but it's not bad actually. We will stop on that weight time, -19. But you should keep in mind that there is some problems with this coordinates, because I don't actually remember. Maybe RZ 19 -19. I don't actually remember how I did it in the past, but somehow I did it. That's very strange. If we just take RZ, this will not do it. Okay, let's just rotate with median point, and I think, or we can just on active element. No. Let's make median point RZ 19, or let's make a 3D cursor actually. Maybe I did it -19. Maybe I did it actually with a 3D 3D cursor. RZ minus 19. And just fix the locations. RZ minus 19. This will be our orientation. RZ minus 19. Ah, I got it. I understand why I failed. This is because I rotated them previously without moving root. But you will know that, minus 19. And this way you just rotate it minus 19 for every frame. And since I just failed this first row, but we remember still that our 20 frame is the mirror of our 5 frame, so we actually can't. Okay, let it be like this. And as you can see, it just walks in the proper direction. We can just fix it a bit. It's never become perfect, but anyway. Frame first. Yeah, it's a bit strange right now. Actually, why is it? Okay, let me just copy Valk F forward frame 10. Let me just copy this, paste it here, RZ 19. And we can do the same with yeah, that's better. Now what we need to do is just to fix the rest of the body, and we just remove this from to, I don't know, individual origins maybe, and just make our body face properly like that. And you might think that this is over, but it's not over. You can, of course, and you probably should add some rotations in here. You just have to add some variations, because it's just should not be so hard. I just not hard. I don't know how to tell it. Should not be so so much. I don't know. Add some randomizations, of course, in here, and here you go. This is the kind of temporal solution. In the real, okay, let's polish this. Okay, fine. We can leave this as is, but we will rotate this one. Okay, let's add root motion in here. Right now we can add that root motion, so minus 1 and 8 meters, I think. Oh, not in here. 1 and 8 meters actually, yeah, like that. And we should rotate this when it's on the ground. Okay, and the other rotation, let's duplicate that in here. We should copy this rotation. We should copy this rotation, Shift D, and drag it right here, like that, and Shift D here, and here we should just remember this position. X, like that, and here is his foot is off the ground, so it's, you can just remove this case, or not. Wait a second, the other rotation, you can just copy the other rotation here, and the other rotation inside of this first frame. We're gonna copy it without root bones, paste it, and like this you just modify it. You can modify this foot as well a bit, but I'm not gonna do this in this video, because first of all you just have to kind of move it a bit. And if your leg is off the ground very big and that's like this, you can do it like that. So you just decrease this character's heights, and then we added here a bit of rotation on Z, but since this foot is on top of the ground, we don't worry about that. Our foot gonna be here. Like that, and it's just off the ground. And starting from here, we're gonna copy the rotations, duplicate the rotations, and first frame, we're gonna copy first frame to last frame. And this is how you do this type of animations. You can make it better if you want, but this is the basic. There is bad thing. It just from the 15 up to 20, it just like very hard movement. You can just, if you find such, can remove it. Like this is better, I think. And there you go, you have walk right on 19. Maybe you should, maybe I should or not. Okay, I think it's in here, it should be like that, I think. Let's go up and remember this position for the second node. Rotate this like that, and the second node rotate like that. And as you can see, we done our walk right. Now let's make walk left 19, and you might say that we should repeat this procedure for the left side as well, and I did it one time, since there is like directionals, like forward left directional, this is forward right, and I was mistaken. No, you shouldn't do that. What you should do is just duplicate this walk right 19 and make it walk left L 19, and just make it walk backwards in opposite direction. And as I already shown you how you can make walk backwards, right? So what we need to do in here, we just need to move this 2 frames in here, and this will be basically our walk backwards. This how our character will walk backwards. This is the proper way of walking backwards. So let's move this in here. I don't know how many time I just wasted to this video. Anyway, hope you're still watching this. And yeah, it's going backwards. It's going backwards, and move this. We just, by reordering these middle frames, we just change the animation direction, and now it just moves backward. So how we kinda -1 and 8, and this is how you make walk backwards. And pay attention here for something. This leg is on forward, on front, and this leg is on back. Same from here. And if we go to the walk, this leg is on front, this leg is on back. Why this is important? Well, for the blend spaces, this is very important. So make animations as I shown you in here. Of course, it's not so pretty, but well, it's not that bad. Now let's talk about 45 degrees. Well, 45 degrees is basically the same as 19, but with a bit of nuances, with a trigonometry. Okay, it's not hard. Let's make FR 45 degrees. This is, we're gonna do again with 45, and let's clear this keyframes, because we don't want these keyframes right here, right now. We will create them later, because they will just disturb our rotation plans, and it will be hard to deal with them. Also, you can clear this one, maybe. No, I will not touch them. Fine. Okay, let's just talk about our 45 degrees. 45 degrees is this angle, and probably this is the direction. In here we need to have 1.8 meters in length. But what length is in here? This is the question, right? Well, this length can be calculated by hypotenuse's desired length is this 1.8 meters dot sin 45 degrees, and we should calculate this formula. I have here a Google calculator that is already calculated this. Let me show you it again. 1.8 meters. Oh, no, wait a second. 45 degrees trigonometry sinus. This is a Windows calculator. You can just copy this value if you don't have calculator with the sine, and times 1.8, and you get 1 meter and 27 centimeters, which is 1 and 27, and this is our cutted length. So we just should set up our cutted length on X, on Y, and there you go. If we just move it, it just goes in the proper direction. This root bone or root bone moves with a linear interpolation, and of course our legs as well moves with a linear interpolation, because speed is a linear function, and to prevent problems with that I just have to do that. Okay, now since we remember our past problems with this root motion, we have to get rid of temporarily and rotate our foots, set here to 3D cursor, RZ minus 45, like this, and same for every single. Okay, rotate Z. What the fuck? Hey, what's happening? What? Blender sometimes gives strange bugs. RZ minus 45. RZ minus 45. And you just repeat this process for every single frame that you build. And you just copy this first frame up here. And with that you just move, as you can see, on 45 degrees. What you need to do to fix just this body rotations, and let me just individual origins, 1, 2, like this, and well, is it good enough? I don't know. Okay, let's just take this. If you make your own animations, you probably will find out the best positions for you. I am not here. I will not waste more time in this video explaining stuff. And you just walk in 45 degrees. Yeah, on the right direction. So let's just remember our values: 1 and 27. 1 and 27. 1 and 27. This is how it works. And foots even not slide. Oh, they was sliding a bit. It's not strange. It's not. It's okay. And there we go. We have this, and we want the same, but for the left. And in here we can't just move it in opposite, because it will. Well, its opposite is the backward right. Right, but we need this. So to make it, we just duplicate this, and we will not rotate this. We need our torso to face one direction. We need our legs only to rotate. This is important. So bulk FL, I suppose. I can get rid of this one. FL 45, and next, let's just pick our 3D cursor, and in here we need to get rid of our root motion. We don't want it right now, and again start rotating it. Minus 45 or plus 19. Oops, something. Blender sometimes gives some strange RZ plus 19. Oh, there we go, and same with all of them. RZ plus 19 plus 19. RZ plus 19. RZ plus 19. And let's just fix this frame. Let's remember our torso positions. To remember our torso positions, I will just draw this line, and then what I will do, I will just get rid of this RZ 7, Okay, just rotate it like that. Right. Oops. And finally, here. This is how you do it. Copy that, paste it in here. And you did, okay, wait a second. You need to copy the rotations of these bones from here to here. And inside of here, you need to rotate it like that, rotate it like that. And this is how you do 45 degrees walk. Of course, it can be better, it can be kind of improved a bit. But what is important, that this shoulder should keep the same position with the left and with the right. Why is this shoulder position important? Like this, if we just go up here, this is our shoulder position. Walk FR. And they are almost the same. Why shoulder position is important? Well, if you make a shooter game, then shoulder will keep your weapon, right? And if your locomotion animations with weapon will be with different shoulder, here you can take some AK or whatever. You probably understand why this is important. Where is it? There you go. If you will make your character to hold something like that, so you probably understand why the shoulder position is important in here, in this type of animations. Okay, we done. I think we done 19s. We done 45 degrees. Well, actually covered everything. Did I not cover something? No. Well, is it all? Yes, probably it is all. Okay, thank you for watching. No one does such tutorials and about animations, so I decided to make one. This way I did all my animations in here. I even did like some exotic ones, like kneeing walk forward. Like you even have this, and they all done by these principles, and they all 30 frames. They all the same principle, and they has this distance and stuff like that. Okay, my animations are not that perfect, I can understand that, but there are no accessible free animations of this type, for example. So you anyway have to animate it by hands. Okay, cut. Okay, that's probably everything for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Hope my tutorials help to someone. People actually start to watch my channel, which is surprisingly, which is surprised me. That's all. Goodbye.